like this, and is as it is, and this is the subject. And what is the V3 form for sing? Very good. It is sung, not sang, right? Sing, sang, sung. This is V1, V2, V3. Always we are depending on all the V3s. We have nothing to do with V2 and V1 at this point of time. But once you know the exact forms of these particular verbs, you will not tend to do any sort of mistakes in your grammar classes, especially construction of structures and converting them into the relevant sentences. That's what we did here. Instead of V3, we have substituted sung, because the V3 form for sing is sung plus by plus subject. What's the subject that is provided? Giri. Very good. We can write Giri's name as it is, Giri. Okay. Suppose I would like to take one more another subject like he, and instead of Giri, he has become my subject. Now what should I add here in place of Giri? Shall I add he as it is? Shall I add he as it is? No, if you add he as it is, it's not correct. What is the rule that we discussed in our previous classes? For he, what are we supposed to add? Very good, it is him. For she, it is her. Okay, so now what you do, just remove all the pluses that we added here. Just remove the pluses. Now you can read the sentence. Now when you read this sentence, how it is? A song is not being sung by him. So this is our passive voice. After converting our present continuous tense negative active voice, the existence passive voice in this respective tense is this. It is a song is not being sung by him. So that means it's very clear to your students that is not singing got converted into is not being sung in present continuous tense. From this rule, it's very clear for you that whatever sentence that is provided to you in this present continuous tense, you can very well do it on the spot itself once you understand this rule. Even you need not to go with this structure always, but once you remember the main change in the respective verb tenses, it's very easy for you to do it in a splash of seconds. Alright students? Okay. Now I'm gonna give you one more example for this. This time I would like to take the plural object. Plural object. Where is the object? Yes, this is the object. So instead of song, I want to take one more object. So as I have taken the previous sentence, what was the sentence that I took previously? Very good. It was Mushahada Mushahada is documenting reports. Now instead of Mushahada, I would like to take Lakshmi Narayana. Lakshmi Narayana, or I want to continue this. Lakshmi Narayana is documenting the reports. This is my sentence. Okay, I didn't change anything, just I changed the name. In my previous sentence I have used the name of Mushahada, but now I used Lakshmi Narayana. This was the sentence, exact sentence I used in my previous example. Now see, Lakshmi Narayana is documenting the reports. Means, this is positive sentence or a negative sentence? In fact, this is a positive sentence. Now, what are we going to do now at this zone? In this zone, we are going to do something with negative sentences. So, I want to make this into a negative. What I supposed to do here? I just want to change this is into is not. When I convert is into is not, the total sentence became a negative sentence. Now, I am going to give you some sort of splits in the sentence so that you can find the structure as it is. Lakshmi Narayana belongs to subject and is not documenting. In fact, I have written a very big sentence. Is not documenting stands for verb and the report stands for object. Now, here I have taken a plural object. Okay, I am not focusing more on my plural or singular subject, but in fact I am focusing more on the plural object with the negative structure. Alright students, now I am going to convert this into a passive voice. Now you tell me, is this a negative voice? Is it an active voice? Yes, it is an active voice. Why is it an active voice? Yes, exactly, because it is in the structure of subject, verb and object. Subject plus verb plus object. Okay, so we can easily convert this into a passive voice. In fact, this is a negative sentence, means negative active voice. We have to convert this negative active voice into negative passive voice. So, the reports, I am going to take according to the structure. First, object plus is or are plus, very good, not plus, being plus, V3 plus, by plus subject. This is my structure for present continuous tense. So, finally, I got the sentence as, in place of object, what are you supposed to take? Exactly, reports. The reports. The reports is a singular subject or plural subject? Very good, it's a plural subject. So, instead of is, we are supposed to agree with the are. The subject has to be agreed with the particular given helping verb, that is are. Okay, because report stands as a singular subject, so it is to be agreed with are but not with is. So, the reports are. Next, not plus, because not is already mentioned there in our structure for the negative passive voice. So, we have added not. If it is a positive passive voice, we just remove not. That is it, very simple. Next, being. This is also provided in our structure, plus. V3 for document. Yes, exactly, it is documented. It is documented, plus bring by as it is, plus subject. What was the subject? Lakshmi Narayana. Lakshmi Narayana. Okay, so this is about the structures. The reports are not being documented by Lakshmi Narayana. This is a present continuous active voice and this is a negative active voice, and this is a present continuous negative passive voice. Now, for our easy understanding, try to remove all the pluses in between. So, when you remove pluses, it's quite common for you that you can easily understand and read it very clearly. Now, when you read it, it's like this. The reports are not being documented by Lakshmi Narayana. Even here, is not documenting got converted into are not being documenting according to the sentence that is provided to us. Well, students, This is about conversion of positive and negative present continuous tenses into, continuous tenses active voices into positive and negative present continuous passive voices. And I hope you understood this. Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay. Now, there is one more thing left over for us, that is questioning. What happens when a present continuous question is given as an active voice? Even we are also supposed to do all these things, because most of the time we tend to do mistakes in this particular area. We might have learned all these rules, positive and negatives, but if we ignore learning about the questioning sentences of the active, definitely that becomes a very major problem for us, and there is a possibility for even losing few points which are very, very, very important for a minor calculation in competitive examinations. And let's see how we can form a question. And this is my question. Is Lakshmi Narayana documenting the reports? This is my question. Now I would like to convert this into the structure. Yes, is should be written as it is. You just have to leave is like that, okay? And from this you have to start splitting the sentence. Lakshmi Narayana is the subject here, and documenting is the verb, the reports is the object. Whenever you are starting a question, just try to leave this place, okay? Now, when it comes to a passive voice, the structure is this. This is the passive voice structure, questioning structure that I am giving for conversion of active voice into passive voice. And what is the structure for active voice question? That's in the present continuous tense. Is or are or am or we or I plus subject plus verb plus object. This, from this part I'm considering it as my subject verb object, okay? Now you just have to leave the questioning word as it is. Don't bother about it. I'm writing like this. Is or are, could be anything. Is or are. It depends upon the next word that is participating beside it, okay? Is plus object means what is the word that is to be participating immediately after is or are, that is the object. So if it is a singular object, is has to be activated. If the object is plural, then you are supposed to go for are. Is or are plus object plus being plus V3 plus by plus subject and question mark. See, is or are plus object plus being plus V3 plus by plus subject. Tell me, why do we use being here? Because the provided sentence is a continuous sentence, so being has to be activated. Being is to any of the continuous tenses that we are participating now, okay? Being is to be any of the continuous tenses, whether it is a past continuous tense or present continuous tense or future continuous tense, whatever it could be, but being, most of the time being activates when conversion of active voice into passive voices, okay? Alright, now according to the sentence we are going to rewrite the structure. This is a passive voice structure that I am giving. So is or are, first of all consider the object. What is the object here? Very good, the reports. The reports. You tell me guys, reports is a singular subject or plural subject? Very good, it's a plural subject. So if it is a plural subject, what is the questioning word that has to be activated? Very good, are. Now it's are. Now the sentence has begun with are. Okay. So are the reports plus being plus, what's the V3 for documents? Very good, documented. It is documented plus by plus, what's the subject here? Yes, Lakshmi Narayana. Lakshmi Narayana. Question mark. So this is my actual passive voice question. Now for our convenience, you just try to remove all the pluses in between that we added just now. Now after removing plus, you start reading this. Are the reports being documented by Lakshmi Narayana? So in fact this is also one of the questions, but the question is in passive form. Okay, and this is also one of the questions, but here the question is in active form and here the question is in passive form. This makes a lot of difference, and students, it's quite easier for us to understand whether it is active or passive. If it is an active, after verb immediately we get object, and in the passive voice always we can see the V3 followed by form. V3 is followed by. Okay, so whenever you find a V3 followed by, then that get fixed to a passive voice. Okay, so don't worry that you are unable to convert active voice into passive voices. We have learned all together up to now we have learned 12 types of conversion of active voices into passive voices, and the remaining also we are going to learn in a short span of time. Don't worry, don't go away out of this video. Try to pay your concentration towards the video, so that we are going to learn few more techniques in conversion of active voice into passive voice with respective to our tenses. Okay, right. All right, now let us understand, let us consider how a past continuous tense gets converted into a present continuous tense. Sorry, a past continuous tense active voice gets converted into past continuous tense